All right. Start out with a crazy Thursday. And then, and then we both go really bad on Sunday games. I'm alone today. Raging Titans got stuff going on, so I want to get this out. Bears and Rams are playing right now. That'll uh, hopefully I'll do something tomorrow with that. But we did not pick well. Um, Obviously Jets just blew out Washington, so they lost the thankful. um, I don't have a lot to say for there. I was gonna do a video on Nick Foles coming back, but then slipped my mind and didn't have time, and Colin Kaepernick stuff came up, so I decided to do that over the Nick Foles video. He did going down their first drive, 5 of 6 and 73 yards, and then he went downhill, scoring 13 points in the day. So I you could call it ring rust, I guess. Uh, yeah. Then we have Bills and Dolphins. Uh, Dolphins had 101-yard kick return, I believe. And they held in there for a little bit. Bills only won by 17. Score was 37-20. So, yeah. Raging Titan did pick the Bill or the Miami for that one, which I mean, they had 2 wins, 2 wins heading into this game, so they could have, but Bills beat them up. So and then Dallas barely beat the Lions today, and this is without Matthew Stafford. He's out again. He's out for what is he? I think he's ruled out next week too. I don't remember exactly, but I think he is. 35-27. Lions were in this game pretty much the whole time, and I think they had the ball last too, if I'm not mistaken. So hard fought, but just didn't end up coming up with it, or coming up with the win. And then game of the week was not a good game of the week. I mean, Lamar Jackson just blew out the Texans, 41-7 was the final. Deshaun Watson just did not look good, and Lamar Jackson looked like MVP. So, yeah. And then I can't figure out Atlanta. They come out and beat Panthers 29-3 after going 1-8, and then they beat up New Orleans last week, and then they beat up the Panthers this week. So probably I'll end up winning next week. What a game! And then the Saints bounce back for a win against the Bucks, 34-17. Yeah, I don't really know what to say there. And then Broncos and Vikings. Oh my God! This first half was all Broncos, and then they just kind of said, "Okay, I'm done playing." And Minnesota scored 20 unanswered, and then I think they had a field goal. No, I don't remember exactly, but the final score was 27-23. I mean, Broncos just did not play in the second half of this game at all. And if they would have won, that would have helped the Packers be up 2 games against the Vikings. But Vikings are still down a game, so yeah. And then this was a crazy game. This was a back and forth game, really competitive. 49ers ended up coming up late with a touchdown, and then I guess they must have had a pick 6 or something on Kyler Murray, or a fumble, or I don't know. Because somehow they score an extra 6 points at the end of the quarter here. So it must have been a fumble or something. What a game though! That was a crazy game. Don't underestimate Cardinals. Cardinals are they may not make the playoffs this year, but they're a pretty good team. So they started out slow, but they're picking up speed now. And then we have Super Bowl 52 rematch, which it was a really okay game. Elements played a factor in this, and there was one thing that made no sense. And I might make a video on this, but so I forget who Brady threw to someone, and then it was basically a fumble, but Philly couldn't challenge it, even though they had, I think, 3 timeouts, I believe they had, and the refs, I forget what the refs' excuse was. It was something like it was behind the line, so it doesn't count, or I don't even remember. I'll have to go back and watch it and look again, but it made no sense why they couldn't challenge that play, because it should have been the Eagles' ball, but Patriots ended up coming up with it. So I don't know what was going on. I don't know. The refs in this game were just they weren't the best. Like they weren't calling penalties in the first half, and then all of a sudden they're calling them in the second half randomly. So it was just a weird game. And then the Raiders, slow game against the Bengals, 17-10. Not a lot to say. Bengals scored, Raiders scored, and I forget, I think the Raiders scored again. Yep, Raiders scored twice in the second, and then literally no one could do anything in the second half of the game. 3 points were scored by each team in the second half of the game. So it was a slow game. Not a lot going on. Yeah. So, overall, there was some interesting games in here. Some games I didn't expect to go certain ways. And I thought the Jags would do better with Nick Foles, but they didn't. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here, though. Yeah, I got nothing else, so I'll wrap it up. Like, subscribe, and share this, and peace.